This is what bothers me, because I've certainly read some of the things online coming from people that I know, that I like, that I consider friends. Space is not an either or, it's a both and because you do something in space doesn't mean you're taking anything away from Earth. And what you're doing in space is trying to make things better here on Earth. What Blue Origin wants to do is take the waste here and figure out a way to put it in space to make our planet cleaner. I mean, Jeff Bezos has so many ideas, and the people that are working there are really devoted and dedicated to making our planet a better place. That's number one. Number two, there was nothing frivolous about what we did. So, I'm very disappointed and very saddened by it. And I also say this, what it's doing to inspire other women and young girls, please don't ignore that. I've had so many women and young girls reach out to me, and men too, by the way, men too, that say, wow, I never thought I could do that, but I see you doing it at this stage of my life. Who would have thunk it? Not me.
No, Gayle.
Have y'all been to space?
No, we haven't been to space, Gayle King. Have you been to a grocery store lately? Folks are trying to buy eggs. Folks are trying to just get regular, everyday living expenses taken care of. Ain't nobody thinking about no space. Gayle King and a group of other women, what are they calling themselves? Take Five? Take Six? Take Up Space? Take Up Space 6 went on an 11-minute Blue Origin space ride.
I don't like that people are calling it a ride.
Flight.
We actually duplicated the route that Alan Shepard did.
Whoop-de freaking do. Don't nobody care. Read the room, Gayle. Oprah didn't get on that ship. Oprah was like, I will watch you from the ground. And Gayle King's response to the backlash from the public saying, girl, what are you doing?
Have y'all been to space?
Have y'all been to space? No, we haven't. Have you seen the price of gas? We recognize that there's a separation between y'all and the rest of us. However, there's no need to rub it in our faces. We don't give a damn if you go to space. You're not a scientist, Gayle. You are a personality on television. However, to ask,
have y'all been to space?
Have y'all been to space? Those are fighting words if you say it to the wrong person, Miss Gayle King. Watch your mouth. That question wasn't inspiring. It was condescending. I think that it's worth talking about how out of touch these people are if they expect us to be inspired by this stunt. How they open the door from the inside? And then Bezos acted like he was opening it again with a crowbar. Come on now, come on. The entire mission lasted about 11 minutes. Just enough time to cross the, how you say that word? Kármán.
Named after Hungarian-American engineer and physicist Theodor von Kármán, is commonly recognized as the boundary between Earth's atmosphere and outer space.
They floated weightlessly for a few seconds.
Right up there.
Just a luxury ride. Let's talk about real astronauts versus space tourists.
I still have a hard time calling myself an astronaut, but
girl, you're not an astronaut. You're not an astronaut. Just because you find something buried in the backyard does not make you a paleontologist. You're going too far with the jokes. This was a corporate sponsored, influencer heavy spectacle. They might as well just had Coachella in the sky. And that's fine if you own it. The real issue here, the average American will never go to space. Not because they don't dream big, but because space tourism is a billionaire's playground. And when you launch into the upper atmosphere and then come back talking down to people who are still fighting for clean air, clean water, healthcare, and fair wages, that's not bold, that's tone deaf. Let's not confuse ego trips with progress. You don't need to leave Earth to make an impact. The real work, the real leadership happens right here. Keep building, keep dreaming, and don't let anyone talk down to you from 60 miles up. Is that even considered space? Peace, y'all.
So I'm going to weigh in on this whole female rocket ship ride. Now, first of all, let's just get this straight. Gayle didn't pay that money. We know Gayle didn't pay that money. Oprah paid that money, right? We know Oprah paid that money. Let's not even pretend like Gayle forked over whatever it was that was due. Secondly, Katy Perry, y'all know she been problematic for a long time. Long time. But, we all like Dark Horse, so we let that shit slide. Lauren Sanchez, girl, you cheated with your boyfriend while he was still married to that other lady. So, girl power, where? Where was it exactly? And then the thing is, y'all acting like there aren't real female astronauts out there. Like there aren't women who literally went to school and became astronauts. Like they're actual professionals. Now, we've all talked about the fact that Y'all could have gave that money to so many other things. Women are losing the right to vote. They're losing their right to reproductive health care. They are losing rights by the day. And you think we should all be like, ooh, girl, especially you, Gayle, especially you. You've been problematic in this community for a while now. I feel like it's time for you to take all the seats, sit in them, and just stop it. Just stop it. I don't know who did you think was going to applaud for you?
They went to space for 11 minutes. This is America's goddamn problem, and that's why the other countries be laughing at us. Land of the free and the home of the out of here, because I thought these women were staying up there for at least a month. 11 minutes? How much that cost? The kids been starving. The homelessness is insane. Everybody don't even qualify for food stamps no more. The eggs, the footage don't even look real. It looked like it came from a motion picture from the 70s. What are we supposed to do with this information on this Monday morning? Like, did Jeff Bezos send his wife for collateral just to prove that ain't nothing gonna happen to them, or he don't care about her either? We really couldn't have allocated that money to decrease the egg prices? I need a scientist to make a TikTok right now to really give us the tea of if you could really get to space in 11 minutes, because I call bullshit. Hey, Jeffrey, you want to do us all a favor and send Trump and Elon up there next? Please and thank you.
I'm telling y'all, Gayle said the quiet part out loud after the whole, oh, have you been to space? Because don't tell me shit if you ain't been to space. And also a weird, like, why do y'all keep calling it a ride? It was a journey. If we were men, it would be called a journey or a voyage or whatever, but y'all are calling it a ride because we're women. I think people are calling it a ride because you didn't go to, like, space, but whatever. Here's what she said.
What you're doing in space is trying to make things better here on Earth. What Blue Origin wants to do is take the waste here and figure out a way to put it in space to make our planet cleaner. I mean, Jeff Bezos has so many ideas, and the people that are working there are really devoted and dedicated to making our planet a better.
And again, Jeff Bezos is an American person running an American company that has this idea to put the trash in space. And my issue with that is that other countries should also have a say in what the you're putting in space, and it should not be trash. And it seems like Futurama episodes, Neil deGrasse Tyson, all of these people who have knowledge of some sort, I don't even know what the training this Futurama people go through, say that if you put the trash up there, the trash is going to fall back down. And the trash might not fall back down on the people who put the trash up there. And someone else added that other planets have gravitational pulls so that it could pull the trash to other places. It's just a very, like, supremacist, not really giving a fuck about other people. I'm mad about this trash type of thing. And are you mad about the trash because of the environment, or are you mad at the trash because you have to see it on occasion and your company is creating all of this waste and you don't want to be held accountable? Because if you cared that much about the environment, why the would you put the trash in space?
So, Gayle, how was the trip to space?
The trip was an amazing experience. The only problem is you little peons aren't as inspired as how we wanted you to be. You know, whenever celebrities are together and they do stuff, you know, get the point?
I'm not really seeing the point. How does the ride to space help society?
I'm sorry, a ride? When men do stuff, when they go to space, it's not a ride that they're taking. I mean, we literally took the same route that the Space Jam people took. Why are you calling it a ride?
When I take a flight with Delta, that doesn't make me a pilot. This has nothing to do with feminism.
Okay, look, listen. I am an astronaut. I am an astronaut now. You know, I'm having a hard time believing it.
As you should, because you're not.
Why don't you just go to space? Go to space, find out for yourself, and then we could talk.
I can barely afford an Uber. You want me to go to space?
You know.
So wait, Gayle King, you're upset because you're not getting the recognition that you thought you would get from black women in the black community about your little 11-minute visit to the outer edge of the earth. We don't care. Gayle, we canceled you a long time ago. We did. So we don't care about you going to the edge of the earth for 11 minutes. Y'all didn't even go in space. I don't even think it got dark in that little buggy y'all was in, or whatever that thing is. Okay? And then exactly where were y'all? Did y'all have a glam team to fix y'all up before y'all went? Because what was the purpose? Because it looked like nothing but photo ops to me. Because y'all came out of there like all glammed up. Because the average person would have been terrified going into space for the first time. Let me say, I would have been terrified going into space for the first time. So, baby, my hair would have been all over my head. I would have been rubbed off my eyebrows. My eyelashes would be off because I would just be thanking God that we hit back on the actual Earth. So, you can excuse us if we don't get all excited, jumping up and down, because y'all looked all glammed up, went to the edge of the earth for 11 minutes and then came back and expected a welcome wagon. You don't know us. You can't relate to us. None of y'all women in there can relate to us. And I'm not saying maybe you didn't come from humble beginnings, but where you at right now, you can't relate to half of us, because the average person would never do that. I don't even think the average person want to do that. I don't think the average person has so much more things that we could do with that amount of money. And then for you to say, I hope it inspires young girls. What young girls are you talking about? Exactly what young girls? Okay? I'm sorry, Gayle. That wasn't it. We have real problems going on right now with black women. Voter suppression, domestic violence, DEI, layoffs and fires. So it's kind of hard for us to be worried about or be happy that, or even be concerned that, rich women went to the outer edges of the earth for 11 minutes and came back all glammed up. That we don't care. Plain, we don't care. I'm sorry, girl. That's not what you wanted to hear. And for the record, we're not hating. We're not hating, because again, we canceled you a long time ago. So how can we hate on something that we canceled? Girl, bye.
Gayle King has always been very accomplished. She's always been a bright woman. She has a lot underneath her belt. Nonetheless, we will always only know her as Oprah's best friend. Oprah's best friend that she wouldn't help but force onto us. So it's like she's kind of here by default, if that makes sense. So when you have somebody that not only peaks after high school, like later on in life, right? Because I feel like she got her start like in her 40s, like her 50s. And what do you expect her to be like? She gets to sit at the cool table. She's popular now. You know what I mean? So also, when people have had money for a long time, some people, it's very hard for them to put themselves in the shoes of anybody else. So her making those snarky comments about, I got invited to space. Like, did you get invited to space? What else do you expect? What else do you expect from somebody like her? And then when I look at Gayle King, every time I look at that lady, I see no other than DW from Offer. That lady's a Muppet. What do you expect from a Muppet?
Gayle King has not inspired me to do shit but stay black and die, or hope that I get the opportunity to have a billionaire best friend that I'm bumping purses with. Inspired for what? This is my problem. Gayle so damn off kilter, she don't even understand the depth of what's really going on. First of all, they sent you an unqualified, non-factor of a person to space for all of 2.5 seconds to say hey and play peekaboo and bring y'all ass back. Why? Because their plan is to try to send trash into space to save the earth. Gayle, babes, I hate to be the one to tell you this. Their plan is to send trash into space. And they thought for a test dummy, they was going to send your black ass to see how it works. Oh, okay. Inspire me to do what, though? That's my question. Amongst the elite qualified people that have worked their whole entire life, literally, to be able to see space, they looked at them and was like, nah, we got Katy Perry. Even if it was for 5 seconds, that opportunity should have went to people who have dedicated their lives and their life's work to being astronauts, to being astrophysicists. But they decided to go with Gayle King and Katy Perry. Oh, okay. What's the inspiration behind that? Oh, that I can be unqualified and still get to do my dream job. But didn't y'all president just say, Oh, okay. DEI went away, so I'm just not impressed. You spent all this money to send y'all ass up there to literally float. Maybe you could have went to a float spa. You could have went to indoor skydiving. You could have found another way to have that experience. Meanwhile, probably the whole time y'all was actually in Warner Brothers Studios. Hell, who knows? Because y'all came up and back down too damn fast for my liking. I just wish the opportunity would have went to people actually in the field that have dreamed of being able to touch space, because, you know, it's literally their job that they're doing, that they're working on, that they're learning about, instead of people that could literally care less and that are just looking for a photo op and a moment in the press. But we gonna circle back to that conversation of them wanting to send all of Earth's trash into space in hope to save the planet while destroying the atmosphere and potentially causing the world to explode. But we don't have to touch that right now. We don't have to touch that right now. I feel like that's too deep. That's too deep. That's too deep.
Oh, okay. So, if y'all did have $150,000 deposit and more money to pay, them people at Blue to go, out of space, you telling me you will pay it? See, because I'm hearing a whole lot of people saying, we up in the house doing wifely duties. We ain't got that kind of money, you know what I'm saying, to do that kind of stuff, Gayle. So what is you talking about? My point of view is this. Even if I had that kind of money, knowing me now, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't give them nothing to go out of space. I'll be out of space when God take me up out of him. Okay? That's just the bottom line. So, and for the record, it has come to my attention that Gayle didn't even pay for her trip. Come on now. Come on. So if you had it, ladies, you going? I'm hearing a whole lot of y'all talking about, no, we got mortgage payments. We got insurance payments. You know, we got taxes. We got car payments. You know, we got college expenses. Even though, you know, some people graduate, can't even get no job. You know, that's the biggest ripoff. So you got everything. We got babysitting duties. Now, baby, I'm going to tell you something. If I didn't have babysitting, mortgage, car, don't got mortgage, car and all that stuff, baby, I'm not finna give Blue Origin not nothing to go out of space. Baby, that's why we got them things. What them thing called? You can look at a telescope. You can see as far as you want to see. Is it nature gonna lie? You'll see with that. After that, baby, just wait till the Lord take you home. You can see anything you want to see then, and it'll be safe. You know, yeah, Gayle, she got to touch with reality and everything, but the thing is this: if I had it, I ain't going. No, I'm not going. See, that's the kind of money they make. So that's the kind of money they gotta spend. That's the money they supposed to spend. That's what they expecting to spend. Baby, if you give me that kind of money, hey, I tell you what you gonna do. When I ain't doing nothing, you fly me home. Cause when this all over with, I'ma still need something to live on. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't nobody studying Gayle talking about everybody need to go and all this. It don't even matter. Gayle, everybody don't need to go. And it ain't about nobody not being able to afford it. Not on this side. It's about the fact that even if we could afford it, we're not going. Amen.
This video is for Gayle King and Gayle King only. Hello, ma'am. So apparently you are upset at the masses because we're not viewing your excursion to space as the women's empowerment, girl power moment that you see it as. And to that, all I have to say is it's really hard for me to view you spending 2 minutes and 43 seconds in space as a girl power moment when I'm simultaneously watching married women lose their right to vote. Right? It's really hard for me to watch and feel, you know, girl boss up, watching you spend 1 minute and 45 seconds in space when I'm simultaneously watching women die due to a lack of reproductive health care access, right? It's really hard for me to feel empowered as a woman watching you spend 52 seconds in space when I am simultaneously watching women lose their jobs due to the erasure of DEI, including women astronauts. Okay? So you'll have to excuse me if you spending 15 seconds in space doesn't inspire me as a woman, because we have bigger fish to fry. Thank you.